Y'all get your sleigh bells ready and your creepy prosthetic creepy Santa mask, because this is the annual Gay Crappens with Reality Gays and Watch What Crappens with myself, Jake Anthony, Ben Hugh Mandiker. Man, I never say your name right, Ben.
Mandiker. Okay.
And Ronnie Karam. Y'all, this is what you've been waiting for. We are talking about Netflix's My Secret Santa. And it's no secret because it's number one on Netflix.
It's the number one movie on Netflix. Yeah. Although, how real are those rankings? I don't even know.
There's no proof. There is no Nielsen family. I don't believe shit that they say.
I think it's a shadowy company. I love them. Although I love them. I love you, Netflix. Just you're shadowy.
Netflix,
and everything you do
shadowy things.
Netflix can go fuck itself because they're charging me even more money to watch their damn channel, and this is what they're going to give me.
They sponsored us this year, so I would have.
Oh, sorry, never mind. Well, they love you. I still hate your asses. Give us some more money. I'm still paying you.
Especially Squid Game the Challenge, which was very exciting this season.
This is our second Netflix holiday movie in a row. But that doesn't mean it's gotten any better. Although I do think that My Secret Santa, I think of the terrible Christmas movies we've watched over the past 5 years or so, this one may have been one of the best, I think, in terms of like
with that for you.
Storyline. It's like a stupid ass movie, but like there were a lot of characters and they all got like a small arc, and like it was sort of like they tied up all the loose ends in a way that like other movies have kind of failed to. Of course, I think that our low benchmark, our low watermark, or low whatever, I think is what the Very Diva Christmas, whatever that one was.
Oh,
Ladies of the 80s.
Ladies of the 80s.
Of the 80s. That was such a ridiculous fever dream that didn't seem to have any reason to be there besides those women getting a check.
Right.
That's a reason. Shit, I don't care.
That is enough
broke out on the sidewalk. I'll give her money. I mean,
the four of us, when we're podcasting in 20 years,
still follow Donna Mills.
You know, in 40 years, we're gonna make a fucking podcast Christmas movie and sell on fucking Patreon with us four queens just going about.
Chat GPT will write the script.
But I will say that like in this movie's, I guess for lack of a better word, adept, like it's for its quality, adeptitude. For its quality, it was also one of my least favorites that we watched.
It was probably my least favorite.
Yeah, because it had kind of like a bland okayness to it, as opposed to the glaring plot holes of a Hot Frosty or the one where the Minty Village where the pioneer woman lived.
The Mint Village, yes, Mint Village.
Which erased people's memories when you went into it, because that's the only way you would know there's not an outside world.
With what was the Food Network lady's name who worked at the
Reed Drummond?
Reed Drummond. Yeah,
she stared at you and you drank the hot chocolate, and then you all abandoned all of your earthly delights that you wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Hot Frosty. Remember, hey, what's cancer?
Boy,
I sometimes still think about that.
I think him going, what Sid was saying though, with this movie,
cancer.
I never laughed out loud at this movie. It felt a little joyless to me.
You know, I laughed out loud in the bad dialogue. There was some bad dialogue that some of the worst dialogue that I've ever heard a non-human person say. Most of it came from the father, who was, I don't know where they found him.
There were definitely some choices in this movie. So like it definitely still was a bad movie. And there were definitely choices that were made that were really bad. But they weren't as glaringly terrible. I wanted actually it to be so much more worse than it was. You know, I also remember in that Minty, it was the Food Network holiday movie that we're talking about. Yeah. In that Food Network holiday movie, that this woman, she was a lady from the city. She was a career woman who's coming back home to this tiny town, and she goes to this house that this new family's living in, and she rings on the doorbell, and she's like, hi, are your parents here? And she goes, no, unfortunately, they died in a car wreck 2 years ago.
Someone wrote
moments like that.
I agree. Someone wrote that. This had what you were mentioning, Ben, is everyone was kind of playing the middle because they had Alexandra Breckenridge, who's done really serious stuff. Lucille Ball, she ain't. Now, what is
Lucille Balls?
Who's a newer comedic actress instead of someone who's in his 70s would know.
Getty.
Estelle Getty. Or like someone who does physical comedy well. You needed a female Robin Williams, and she didn't have it. Even though she's done a lot of serious. I remember her from Dirt. Remember the show Dirt?
I love that show. I didn't remember her from that.
She was like the ingenue of the show, and Courtney Cox was like the bitchy boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think
Courtney.
This movie would have been way funnier with Kate McKinnon
as
Santa. Like, you know, like a physical comedy, but it doesn't work.
The problem is.
You should have played it, Meryl Streep. They should have.
And Kristen Wiig
was Glenn Close busy. I mean,
what you said, Maddie, makes sense. But the problem is you have to have a heroine ingenue playing this part and a budget.
Yeah.
But the other thing is you had to get. So it doesn't really work. Someone like Alexandra Breckenridge does not play a comedic Santa. So that's why it was never really going to be funny.
Well, Santa's not funny either. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, I'm going to play Santa, and then they have you playing Santa. It's like, ho, 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 what do you want for Christmas? Like, you need more, you know?
At one point, did you hear him go, or she go, ho, 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 jingle bells. Like, every single time, like, when everyone would see her, oh, that's right, I'm Santa. Ho, 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 jingle bells, Rudolph.
Well, yeah.
You know what? I had no idea who Alexandra Breckenridge was. I sort of like vaguely recognized the name, but I really have not followed her career or anything.
So no one knows in this movie.
I only knew her from Dirt, but she's in this like Sad River or Mystic River or Spirit River.
She was in Mystic River.
Suicide? Is
not
she
Mystic
Suicide
River.
You know what?
It's the show.
Lenny and Sean Penn were in this.
Virgin
now
River.
We've got a movie.
Virgin River. I said Sad River.
Well, because it's the same thing. It's like Virgin River, Suicides. You know, all those shows that came out.
It was a show on Netflix that was like 5 seasons. No one watched it, or I think people did.
Let me tell you
something. People who were in
something.
hospitals watched it.
Not people.
Let me tell you something. First of all, one thing I noticed is that Alexandra Breckenridge and the woman who played her daughter, who did not look like she's 15, I'd like to add.
I don't even know what her real age is.
I have a lot of age issues in the entire movie.
Of course, she's 23.
She's listed as 23, but I think we all know she's about 32. Madison McIsaac. The two of them would do a lot of. They would do a lot of like eyebrow lifted smirking at each other, where they turn their head to the side and they go,
Yeah.
You know, like I know for people listening on the podcast, it's gonna be very hard to describe, but they like had a lot of these like cutesy moments where they were almost in an herbal tea commercial. Like, oh, really?
Sleepy time. Yeah.
Like that's what they would do. Every scene, they're like, Mom, I didn't know you were in a band. Me in a band. Yes, you, Mom. Yeah. I was like, okay, you two.
We also need to talk about the fact that the mother has kept her daughter completely in the dark of her entire life. Of what happened before the daughter was born.
We still don't really know.
Knows. I think that mothers should do that. I mean, mothers and fathers should do that. My mom doesn't tell me shit, you know, and I don't blame her.
I wish my mother would have done that when my parents got divorced instead of telling me everything.
Yeah, I think that parents deserve like silence. The kid does not need to be baggaged with your, bad choices from the past. You know, I know you got pregnant in the back of the rack, where they rack the fucking pins at the bowling alley. But do I need to know that? I don't.
No.
You know how I
smelling of stale beer.
You get drunk one night and just opened up. I don't need you to open up. Feed me. You're my mother.
Besides, you want to have like a little bit of a twist later on. Like I had this Aunt Ruth who was really my mom's aunt, but she, what do you call? You don't call them grand aunts. So Aunt Ruth, she was this lovely sort of baddie older lady. And every time it was the holidays, see her at Rosh Hashanah and Passover. She was always very flummoxed about David Dinkins. She's like, "Did you see what Dinkins did today?" And she was like, "I only eat potatoes because of sodium. I only eat potatoes." It was Aunt Ruth. That was her whole thing. I loved Aunt Ruth. She always sent a card. She was so lovely, but she just had
sodium.
Dinkins. Now that's a name.
she's always like, Larry, because my dad's Larry, and she's like, Larry, did you see what Dinkins did today, Larry? So she died, and we're going through her things, and it's like one photo after another of her with Sammy Davis Jr., her with Jerry Lewis. She was fully in the Rat Pack. I was like, what, Aunt Ruth? She was in.
It's like Stogie and Sinatra's just like tweaking her boob. Yeah,
like some old vintage David Dinkins porn.
I haven't thought of David Dinkins nice to withhold things.
You need
nice to withhold things. You get like a surprise for the family later.
Yeah,
you really need to write a movie where like gay nephew goes back and look through his old Aunt Ruth, and you find out that Sammy Davis Jr. is your grandfather.
Yeah, you've got like a glass eye in there.
Yes,
this was such a good find. Before we get started, I know we already have gotten started. I just want to tell people this is kind of about a Christmas movie, but not really. We're just four friends who like to hang out, and it gets really dirty, and we talk forever. So if you're here just for the Christmas movie, go somewhere else.
Is anybody really here for the Christmas movie?
You'd be surprised. I don't know. Sometimes,
and I guess we should do some We should do some housekeeping, which is that this is a crossover event.
Yes.
So if you know who we are, you may not know who they are. They're the Reality Gays, and if you know who they are, you may not know who we are. And we are Watch What Crappens. We're two podcasts coming together. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Reality Gays, or is it the Reality Gays?
At Reality Gays.
You guys have an Instagram? We
are Reality Gays podcast on Instagram.
Yeah, we're podcast.
Okay. Reality Gays podcast.
I hear it's very on trend right now.
Huge, big one.
Say that again.
Be sure to subscribe.
Clear, Ben. So you can find you where? I want to hear it.
Okay, you can find the Reality Gays at Reality Gays podcast, and you can find us at Watch What Crappens. Be sure to follow both of our podcasts if you don't do it already. And with that in mind, I think we have to dive into this. I want to say
I want to say one more thing. I have one more thing before your one more thing.
No, I have one more.
I have one more thing, Ben. I am exfoliating my lips today. So if anybody is wondering why I keep wiping my mouth and then putting on lip stuff, I'm trying to get very smooth lips while we do this. Okay, Ben, please.
And wait, one more thing. I'm working on my posture. So if you see me slumping, and I'm also trying to work on my resting bitch face. I have a teleprompter. So when I look up, I have this sort of strange angle, and I noticed that when I'm trying to have a pleasant look on my face, but sometimes when I'm reading the notes, I forget about my face and I scowl at the camera, and I'm in a very good mood. But the scowl betrays my emotional state.
That's why I get Botox, so I don't scowl. I can't.
No, I was going to say, look at me mad right now.
No, this is what my face looks like. Wait, here. This is what my face looks like when I'm not paying attention.
Yeah. You're about to
a little bit of saliva just coming down.
You're about to complain about the weather.
Yeah, it's very scary. Sorry for people who are just listening who have no idea what's happening with my face, and maybe you're lucky. I want to say something. We've talked about Alexandra Breckenridge.
Oh wait, no, I have one more thing before we talk about the movie.
Before your one.
Go ahead.
I do. Go ahead. I just want to say for our listeners, because every once in a while, listeners come to us, and if you don't know Ben and Ronnie, you say, "Why don't you cover Housewives?" Because no one does it better than you two, and that's so. If you're Housewives,
like they're historic.
Yeah. So if you're a Bravo-holic,
back in the
Ben
Bronze
and Ronnie
Age,
your show
literally for reality TV programming and podcasting.
Yeah, you were doing this show like Lisa Rinna was like 4 faces ago.
Oh God!
Before Coke in the bathroom,
Rinna girl. Yeah.
Well, for both of our audiences, you guys are specialized in 90 Day Fiance. We specialize in Bravo. So if
did y'all do Secret Lives of Mormon Wives too?
I think you did
we did the first season, and we did not do the second because we were really busy. And we considered doing this one. And God, I am so glad we didn't, because I watched the whole thing. I just finished it. I loved it. But God, what a dark
it got
season.
Real. Y'all, we covered every single thing. And
did you guys get in trouble? Like just even having the discussions, I'm like, I don't know that 2 men need to be weighing in on some of this.
It was really tricky because we deferred a lot to when we had co-hosts on who were women. But luckily, Demi made herself so ridiculously awful. It did all the work for us.
Yeah, she really did. Oh, and her husband, Brent, old man. I don't think they were calling him old man Brett. That was so funny.
And he got
what a prick.
The guy used to fuck Angie from Housewives.
Yes. Right? Yeah. And also the good thing about that is Angie, his ex-wife was on Housewives for a minute. She blew up her life too, but she was on Housewives for a minute, and she has a really messy current husband who fucked up her time on Housewives by getting too involved in all of this shit. And he started all of these fake accounts against the women, and we're coming after the women online under fake names and stuff. And so I love that she had two messy men right in a row.
Yeah,
Brett with his new work, he looked like Ron Perlman from Beauty and the Beast. He's lived in the sewers, and Linda Hamilton was like, "I love, even though he's disfigured."
Yeah,
that kind of like cat face.
It's an everlasting romance. Okay,
that was my one thing. We can start.
Thank you. Well, we talked about we've shown a light on Alexandra Breckenridge. We've shown a light on
we didn't mention she's in Walking Dead. She's in Walking Dead, and
she was in Walking Dead.
Yeah, I don't remember her, and I watched most of Walking. Oh, because she had red hair, maybe.
That's also
she had blonde hair.
You know what's great is The Walking Dead is also, I think, the note they gave everyone for their acting choices this episode.
It would have helped
for this movie. They're like, it would have
walk I think definitely.
But what I was going to say though is that the real. I think what I've been really trying to say for the past 24 hours, ever since I saw this movie, that's been on my mind. The headline here: Diana Maria Riva, what a breakout star!
Where have you been?
Where has she been?
Diana Maria.
Why is she not
new?
Why is she not like in every movie? She was wonderful.
Why was she not like in Real Women Have Curves or some new like
she was dialed in. She was giving a comedic performance that was nuanced and layered. I mean, every time she came on screen, I was so happy. She was so good.
I did laugh at her.
She had a whole arc.
Yeah, she did.
She did. She just was lonely at the end of the day.
Just a lonely slut.
Well, but it's also, of course, we're going to love her. It's like we've got three lonely whores here. And
that's true.
This is like literally three of us on this show right now. We are the landlord down the hall who's going to try and fuck your dad.
It's true. Ben is the only person on this podcast that still believes in love.
Not just dad, your grandfather.
Fuck them all.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
Have y'all ever been, and it's okay, this is a safe space. For some gay men it is. Have y'all ever had any type of like Santa or bearded man fetish?
I think Santa fetish versus bearded man fetish is very different. When I worked at the gay bookstore, we had these dirty cards that was like burly Santa, but like some were like kind of like Tom of Finland Santa.
No, that's different.
That's fun. Yeah, that's fun.
That's okay. But then there's the ones like straight up Santa with a big dick. It was always just weird.
No, I've never had that fetish. I've always been taught to be very wary of older men offering me things.
I never learned that, but
they come down the chimney.
Yeah. But I do have a fetish of somebody being attracted to me because I'm 50 and I'm like, I come in and out of Santa. I mean, if it weren't for like weight loss drugs, I'd be fully in the Santa camp.
Got it.
So you want to be the Santa in that? Okay.
I mean, not in a creepy like kid way, but like I hope that somebody with a Santa fetish. I mean, I could use those people. So if you know anybody, like,
it's nice if you have a 28-year-old with a tight ass who's into Santa.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so if you know anybody with that fetish, I'm not against them. But yeah, I've never really had a Santa because you know what? I really don't like beards, and I really hate white beards because I feel like it's just rude to everybody around you because you get shit in them. You get every time you drink a coffee, your little beard gets stained. It's like a dog, it's like a white dog, and you can tell that they've been eating shit outside because it's all over their mouth. I do have to say,
when white dogs have stains all over them, I do say, can't you clean your dog? Like Malteses, I'm like, someone clean your dog's eyes. It bothers me.
The eye boogers on dogs, like the eye booger stack on a dog. Really is just so wrong.
They have medicine.
We've gone off the rails.
You can take.
Not dogs' eyes.
No, my dad. I remember when I was in Oklahoma taking care of my dad because he had two Malteses, Emmy and first of all Tila, and then Emmy, but Tila died. Tila and Emmy. No He-Man. That's just the names of the dog. Yeah, I know. But
you didn't have much going for it. I mean, you named Tila.
No, we didn't.
That's right. Like,
Tila. We were sitting in the hospital at MD Anderson. He was doing like some type of treatment, and he was sitting there, and I'm just like, in the hospital as well, and looking on my phone. And my dad goes, "Matthew?" I said, "Yeah, Pop. Go on there and look up and see what that stuff is called that you give them Maltesers so they don't get tears in their eyes." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And I thought my dad was crazy. And there's this thing, I think it's called like No More Tears. And it's like they stop the dogs from getting eye boogers.
Oh, wow.
I have to say that I think you may have just given a monologue that would count as character development on any one of these Christmas movies. It's like, why don't you celebrate Christmas anymore? The last time I saw my dad, we were sitting in the hospital room and he said, "Look up that medicine that takes the tears out of a dog's eyes." And I did. I just haven't been able to celebrate ever since.
That would have helped actually when they said, "Why don't you want to date?" Well, I don't know. I've just kind of sworn off guys. Okay. So you're like mid-30s, maybe 40s. I have a problem with the age, all the ages. Like she got pregnant in high school. Then there's this daughter. How old are you? When
there are some inconsistencies with some of these characters' backstories. And the last performance I really want to highlight, because obviously Diana was the standout for me. She did excellent work. But also, like, let's not overlook Tia of Tia and Tamara fame. She really somehow she didn't really have to do much. She barely had any lines. But like some of those scenes where she's at home alone, drinking a glass of wine, staring at a computer with like kind of rage in her eyes, I was like, I've met this girl before. Like I've worked with her.
I've been with a girl before. I mean, I really related to the moments where she was trying to Google things but couldn't figure out the right terms to get the information. Because I mean, there were so many scenes of her Googling and she just couldn't figure anything out. And I was like, that is so me. Like I can't use AI. A lot of people love it. I don't even know what to ask it. I just get flummoxed.
But talk about a character who had no want at all. Just blind ambition. That's what they gave her. And she's actually a physical comedian.
The characters who had no wants at all were the characters who had no wants at all were the 30 people who showed up for this like strange Christmas concert that the hotel was throwing.
Don't forget they heckled. They heckled everyone as well.
There was a heckler. There was like a Joe Rogan heckler over there. Yeah, and then also just a town that is so into Santa. I just thought that was so fun. Like Santa's a celebrity. They're like, oh my god, Santa is going viral. The hotel Santa is going viral.
And she went oh my god, for
a really good Santa experience. Everyone go to see that Santa.
5 stars on Yelp.
They get a review. The local paper reviews the Santa at the hotel. That's
did you think, Ben, as someone growing that you're Jewish, and so growing up, did you think it was weird that children went and sat on a stranger's lap?
I don't think you really. No. It's just sort of like part of like the Christmas lore. Just something Christians do,
I hated it. I screamed and fought. I did not want to sit on an old man's lap. Yeah. And now I would do it for a good $5,000.
I did it. I just demanded a 20 on the spot. I was like, you're not going to promise me some presents later. Money first, bitch.
I want it now.
Well, should we dive into this movie?
Sorry, let's talk about who is in this. We've talked about who's in it. Who's made this movie is what I want to know. Because I wrote down the name Howard Bronstein and Son. Okay, so I Googled that. And the first thing that came up is a man and his son were found guilty on multiple charges. It looks like wire fraud for a signature signing a forgiveness application on a second PPP loan. So do you think that was them?
This whole movie was just a tax shelter. So they could get out of it.
I think that's what it was.
So then I looked up his real IMDb, and I see some stuff here. 2023, The Girl Who Escaped, the Kara Robbins thing, something called The Informant, the Brooke Ellison story.
The Girl Who Escaped.
The Girl Who Escaped.
Oh my God, Sinners.
I love the title that just says the movie.
That's just on the
No, not actual. This person did not make Sinners.
Ben, I've got a present for you. His previous movie last year was called Hanukkah on the Rocks.
I think my friend wrote that actually. Hanukkah on the Rock. My friend, she writes Christmas. She writes these movies.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I think she wrote a Hanukkah. Oh no, she wrote one about the Kansas City.
Is her name Julie Thurman Wolf?
Oh,
that's 100% her.
That's her.
That's
she wrote it.
Her.
Yeah, she did. She wrote
it.
Hanukkah.
Because she's Jewish, so she gets some of the Jewish holidays in
Puts
there.
A little Yiddish in there, and it's all.
Julie's wonderful. She's so great. She's one of the first people I met out here in LA. She lives in Connecticut now. She's she found her lane and she just does these movies. She used to write on Everybody Loves Raymond. I mean, she's a real blessing. And that's why I'm like, we'll never do any one of her movies because I don't want to ever have to tear apart one of her movies because I know her. But I'm happy that she's doing well with this.
I think there's a formula though. I think you can do this. You can do the formulas really smartly. Like I still say that Lindsay Lohan movie, the first one we ever did, was probably the most successful because at least it kind of knew what it was. And it was really digging into that. Yeah. Speaking of, I just wanted to say that movie was written by Ron Oliver, who also co-wrote this movie.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Now we understand why this one was so good.
And also someone named Carly Smales, which again sounds like a 30 Rock name.
Sounds like someone of Norwegian descent.
That's a fail of a parent because that name never is going to sound adult.
Carly Smales at your service.
Yeah, no, you're never going to sound like a 40-year-old woman with that name.
I'd like to introduce you to my daughter, Pookie Snooky Tinkertown.
Now, Esquire.
Actually, my favorite credit that I saw in the opening credits of this movie was in the middle of there are all these names, and I have to say the line producer really stood out to me. I remember when their name showed up, I was like, "Excuse me," their name was Gilles Gilles LaPlante. I was like, "Whoa,
Continental
doing the Nabucco.
We're going to make a movie about Santa."
I only ask one thing of you. Please don't forget to water me.
This whole thing is very Canadian. It stinks of Canada, like the whole movie does. So I'm sure, not in a bad way, like maple syrup.
Yeah, it's like maple.
It's got Canada all over it.
Be nice to Canada. Now we're all going to be asking for citizenship soon.
Don't have Caitlin stop doing our social media.
It was filmed in like Killmap or something like that, or one of our listeners who's from there.
They love getting lost there. They're like, we live at Killmap for a reason.
Fucking cold.
This was British Columbia and Sun Peak. I think there is a place called Sun Peak that they filmed this in.
Yeah.
So I have two observations. First of all, yes, they were clearly filming on location because that was not CGI breath. And this movie, the entire movie, anytime they went outside, there were full on cumulus clouds coming out of their mouths.
This was freezing.
Didn't it make you guys think, oh my God, like if ever I have breath that is questionable that I know, like I've just had coffee or whatever, I'm like, well, just not, talk right in someone's face. Like to see how breath travels that far out of you and into someone's whole face. It was just, I don't want to talk anymore around. I don't want to ever speak in public again after seeing everything coming out of these people's mouths.
They should have just called this my secret COVID.
Yeah.
It was Arctic. By the way, before I have one more thing before we have to get into this. When the title is called My Secret Santa, and every time I see the phrase my secret something, I think of when I was looking in my mother's drawers in her room, and there was a book called My Secret Garden. And it was this book of erotica. And of course, erotica for women by Nancy Friday. And I obsessively read it when I was a child.
I'll bet you did. That is the creepiest story I've ever heard. I can just imagine you standing there touching yourself at your mother's drawer.
Reading a book out of my mother's probably sock drawer.
My secret garden.
She's like, wait a minute, why are these socks laid out differently in here?
Wow.
Well, he touched his throbbing member. It's all like story. It's all like
I want to read it.
It's peak 1980s ladies erotica, and it's like stories.
Nancy Friday, like every day.
Nancy Friday.
That's the sexiest name you can have. Friday.
That's a lot better than Carly Schnell. Jake has a connection to Tia or Tamara. We're not sure, but Jake does have a connection to one of them.
I had my birthday party once at Boardwalk 11, this karaoke bar in kind of Palms, West LA.
It's Palms Motor National.
Yeah, the motor which goes like every direction of the compass. It's like west, then you're north, then you're like, how is this
like
still
National
running?
Boulevard?
Yeah. West LA is weird.
Well, Culver City specifically is just a disaster.
Yeah. So I had my birthday, and of course, as you do, you drink some, and you may drink to excess. And Tia or Tamara, I'm really not sure. I think it was Tamara Mowry. Is she the one who's loony these days?
You don't know. You have no idea. Don't even act like you know.
I don't think that she has. I don't think so. I don't think she has any.
I thought one of them went loony.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
One of them was on the Masked Singer.
Thinking of the girl from Saved by the Bell.
Oh, maybe.
Amanda Bynes.
So, no, it's I don't
Lisa Voorhees.
Lark Voorhees.
Yes. Sorry, we got
Cameron Manheim.
When in doubt, the answer is Cameron Manheim or Park Overall.
Remember
Taylor.
We have dropped Park Overall. Our listeners have been telling us we made a Park Overall reference. You guys made it literally the next day.
Really?
Or
yeah, she's always on my mind. She's like a Willie.
That's what Jake. Yeah.
Wait, so what happened? So one of the sisters was at your birthday party?
Kind of.
Okay. I'm going to finish telling this story.
No, I'm not. This is kind of. She was there with a competing birthday party, I think. And
a twin birthday party, if you will.
Exactly. I saw her and I was like, oh my God, that's one of the Mowrys.
This is when Jake just moved to LA. So
I'd been here maybe 2 months. No, I'd been here like 6 months.
He was still a big star fucker, and got really enamored by any celebrity.
But it's that level of stars. Like it's like Tia and Tamara. All the big ones I would see, I wouldn't even talk to them, but I would get really excited by like
a Diana Maria Riva.
Yes.
Or the whole time in this karaoke bar, he's getting drunker and he can't stop obsessing watching what Tia or Tamara is doing.
I say, do you remember Twitches? Their movie where they were teen witches, but it was called Twitches.
And everybody was like, no, because we're not gay. We didn't watch that.
And so finally, she was by the end of the night, and I was staggering out of the bar, and so was she. And I finally was in a crosswalk.
She was not drunk because I was not drunk, and I remember walking right beside you. I'm going to continue this story.
I don't remember it that way, but and I screamed, "Twitch! Twitch!"
You did scream drunkenly, twitch at her, and she turned around with fear in her eyes while Jake ran up to her. In the middle of the crosswalk, held her by her shoulders and said, I love your work.
I told her I loved her work.
What'd she say?
I screamed, twitch at her. She said, thank you so much.
Thank you. And her hot boyfriend, whatever, immediately grabbed her arm and drug her away.
Oh,
wow.
It's a good thing her brother Taj Mowry wasn't there.
He's hot now. Anyway, now we can start.
It's only 35 minutes in.
It's pretty good.
Wow. Well, that's great context. That's great context to power us into this feature film. One thing about this movie
Kelly
is
Clarkson song.
I was going to say, this is how you can tell it's a Netflix Christmas movie, because the opening music is actually a licensed, Kelly Clarkson, Ariana Grande duet, and Hallmark's not paying for that. And definitely Food Network is not. Food Network just is going to have Paula Deen grunting into a wooden spoon on voice memo under it.
Dress up in those suits.
Yeah, and not paying her because she's had controversy. They're like, you took a pay cut, remember? Just do it, Paula. Just do it.
Do it, Paula.
Keep the sleigh rides, blah, blah.
How many times I gotta say sorry? Who's singing the duet in this?
It's Kelly Clarkson and Ariana Grande.
No, it is.
It's Ariana Grande.
No, it
is because I Shazammed it. I was like, this is sort of good.
No, this is,
and I was like,
it sounds like a fake Christmas song, but it's actually the problem is there was after with Mariah Carey's ubiquitous song, everyone tries to make that song again.
Never heard of that.
It's the same exact. I'm going to get music nerd for you really quickly. It's the same exact harmonic progression as all.
Yeah, they all are. If you listen,
and
to
all the same,
all the exact same.
It's so frustrating.
This one is called Santa Can't You Hear Me, which is a bit needy, I think, of these two ladies.
Can't you hear me?
Can't you hear me?
But I definitely Shazammed it.
Santa is in heaven and you don't belt. But I do like that. I do love that song, Santa Baby. Na, 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 na,
that's a great Ariana Grande song.
Yeah,
it's also kind of sexual. Yeah,
but it plays.
You know what song I also like?
Yeah, I wish I had that one.
You know which one I like that's very similar? Instead of not Santa Baby, I'm also into Baby Baby. You know, Amy Grant.
Grant.
It's never bad.
El Shaddai.
See, okay, look, it is so weird. He was raised Catholic, but he knows all these contemporary Christian songs because all his friends were like big evangelicals.
No, all my girlfriends.
I thought you were a Christian. I didn't know you were a Catholic Christian.
Oh, I was raised Catholic. I thought about becoming a priest, and then 2 months later, I fucked my RA.
Wow.
that had a rough ending.
It did, literally.
Yeah.
I didn't know what lube was then. It was rough.
Oh, yikes.
God. Wow. Bless it.
Meanwhile, can we talk
where
about
do we go from there?
She's not. So her job, class. We
I can't even get to her job yet. I'm sorry.
Please,
something else.
Okay, go ahead.
So we have this song that's playing. It's definitely Netflix signaling, and we're seeing sort of generic small town, winter, everything. And as the credits roll, there's this like shimmering Tinkerbell effect that swirls around everywhere. That's like before like Howard Bronstein's name shows up. It's like tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. So there's sort of like the suggestion that there is going to be some sort of magic in this movie. And I just want to say right now, there's no magic.
There's
nothing magical happens.
But how can there not be? You guys, this was directed by somebody named Mike Roll, and he is directed When Calls the Heart, Falling Together.
Oh,
lots of huge ones. My favorite title on here is from 2023, and it's called Married by Mistake.
Oh,
been there.
I loved. You know what? And actually, what's also fun? He also directed Tar. So this is a real great show of versatility and range.
There was lesbian intensity in this film.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a good movie. I was kind of on her side until I was like, I just couldn't be anymore. I was like, surely she's innocent. She wasn't. Spoiler alert. Okay, so then we go to a cookie company called the Klotz Cookie Company. Who's buying something from somebody named Klotz? I'm not buying food products from you. I'm trying to keep my heart going. But the Klotz Cookie Company, these are the most basic ass Christmas cookies I've ever seen.
They're terrible.
I know.
So a couple of questions about the business model here. Do they do cookies all year round? Or is this some type of seasonal business?
Yeah.
I think it was a seasonal and regional business.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking this place operates maybe 3 to 4 months a year. What do they make? Like Bialys? Well, what do they make the rest of the time?
Klotz. I mean, it's seasonal and regional. It's a pop-up basically. And we meet our Klotz. It's like what's it
like
called?
A Jewish bakery.
I know. It's like there is that like San Francisco ice cream sandwich. What's it called? Utz? No,
Utz.
Utz. It's
there is also Utz is the one who makes an It's It. Yeah.
Utz. Wait, Utz is the potato chip, right?
Utz is the potato chip. You're right.
The point is there is a storied tradition of delicious snacks that end with like TZ. Mm-hmm. And that's why we have Klotz Cookie Company.
Klotz.
But yeah, I agree. They have to work on their branding because Klotz just does not sound good. And by the way, I would also like to say I was pretty invested in this Klotz Cookie Company from the beginning, and we never see it again. Like this is the beginning and the end of Klotz Cookie Company.
I would have preferred the story of Klotz Cookie Company and I also really liked her because she was really killing the game.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So we meet our lead actress who, listen, I know
Taylor.
This is Netflix.
Taylor.
We're talking about how much budget you guys have. You could afford Ariana Grande. You could not afford somebody to do this poor girl's Roots. I mean, the girl's in a Christmas movie on Netflix. So TVs are bigger now.
I think that was intentional.
No, it was not. I didn't know.
It made her look poor.
I think it was because she used to be in a band, and so there's like sort of like a grungy '90s look,
like an edge to her,
because they were still like kind of blonde, like they weren't like roots,
unwashed hair.
If they had said we want her to look poor and have roots, that would have been one thing. Yeah, it would have been visible in a way that you got it for the character. This was just like they didn't send her in. You know, I felt for her.
Yeah, she just. I definitely noticed that as well. I was like, this hair is doing something, but I just sort of assumed it was part of her post-grunge, persona.
Yeah. But she doesn't, the thing is, she doesn't have, it seems like she was a punk singer, but there's nothing about her that feels punk at all.
Yeah.
Nothing. And she, like, if she, like, well, her kid is 15. Also, what's funny is that, like,
okay, I have a lot of questions about age here.
Yeah. Her kid is 15. The child is 15.
I'm a Housewives watcher. I've learned not to ask. I just roll with whatever you tell me. I'm like, I believe
she gave up her pop punk career when her child was born. That was 15 years ago. So that means that she was in a band around 2010. So I'm trying to like figure out what kind of, was she in the Veronicas? Like what kind of band was she in 2010?
The illustration that they had, it looked like something from earlier. It looked like
it was from 1990s, 94.
The art,
which would actually make her closer to being like 55 years old.
Thank you.
That's what I'm saying. Something was, and when he said, that's you on the corner, I'm like, it's an illustration. Someone drew her. You can't tell that's her. Just from
like Linda Perry is 60 years old, and of course from Four Non-Blondes.
Yes.
So like that's kind of like the vibe they're giving, and the way when we meet this guy, the way he talks about her, he's
Ryan
like,
Eggold,
I grew up on you, like this was like a change in my life. I was like, sir,
you made me want to play guitar.
36 years old when her band was out.
that was a thing. Like he was like a predator or something, like going to, because she was only like a local band and he was just like following around this high school band or something. It was weird. Yeah.
I mean, he's no Aaron O'Connell,
but now
he really is not.
Oh, go ahead.
I think he's a better actor than because he's been in tons of stuff, y'all.
I thought he was the best actor of the thing. Besides.
Thank you, Diana.
You know what I didn't believe? His hair.
I never loved this actor.
I didn't believe his rug. That rug was disturbing. It was a disturbing rug.
It's been on and off. He's been around. He was on like the Blacklist. Is that the show?
Yeah,
the Blacklist, New Amsterdam. He's been.
He had a lot of bronzer on at first.
I used to think he was so hot, and I will say, when he was in that towel, I enjoyed it.
He's hot, but he's very actory. He's just
he's very
smarmy, but he is very cute.
There's a lot of character things we should talk about with him, but
we'll get there. We'll get there. Right now, we're concentrating on this. There's a lady. She was in a punk band in 1992, and now she's 30 something, and it's 50 years later, and somehow she's in a cookie company, and also
she's quality control.
Yes,
in a small cookie company.
She went from
For
being
people listening, by the way, we're only on the fourth sentence that I wrote.
Oh, love that.
Well, so just buckle up.
I've already got 10 pages into this. So we're with her. She was a punk girl, but now she's like a cookie Karen, and she's the manager who walks around. She's like, that cookie is not good enough. That Santa looks like
hates her.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, I'm supposed to root for cookie Karen? No.
But also, she has standards, and she's like, we're not putting out a shitty looking Santa Claus.
That Santa was fine. That Santa was fine. It was a good looking
problem,
Santa.
Ronnie. Well, it was fine. It wasn't spectacular.
And they're wondering,
we're telegraphing this Santa thing. Like, this Santa should be good. We're telegraphing the fact that she knows about Santas.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what happens is, so right now, what we are establishing is that this character is ornery and is persnickety,
difficult,
and is very detail oriented to a fault, and has no joy and doesn't understand life. And that's why we will see her acting this way for the rest of the movie. Just kidding. This is the only thing where she acts like this.
Yeah, I know.
Just kidding.
None of that.
I know. They were like, okay, here's our lead character. She just called the police on a minority in the neighborhood for no reason. And you're like, okay, I guess we're going to watch a Karen Christmas. And then after she's like totally nice. I didn't get it.
I thought they were going to change her character like Christmas. It was like Mrs. Scrooged or something like Vanessa Williams when she learns
that's a good
movie.
I
think that they try to later on, jumping ahead. Like, I think they try to show that like she's a joyless person and she can't even enjoy like whimsical things or whatever. But like what I got from it was like, this is someone who's actually like scrutinizes things very carefully. And she's like a difficult manager. But I'm like, also, she doesn't seem to be able to hold a job. And also, since she can't hold a job and she's taking all these odd jobs, how did she wind up in a management position at this cookie?
You don't just... You have to be an experienced baker to be a manager of a bakery. Yeah. So I thought, we're just abandoning probably the years of baking school and like working at bakeries for years and just going, fuck it.
Yeah.
Also, she dropped out of college, so there's no degree. And
who's cooking?
Wow, not judging. Okay, not everyone has to go to college, Jake. Wow.
I'm saying.
Unfortunately, it looks like her dreams of being a Northwestern grad have gone down the pipe.
Sorry, can't be our cookie manager.
Wow,
can't be cookie quality control.
More like it.
Can't recognize a lazy eye on a Santa. You didn't go to college.
Wow, I guess last time I checked, all those other Stanford graduates were doing pretty well with their cookies.
But the issue here is she's like lecturing her employees, or they're not really her employees. It seems like she's somehow above them.
Yes.
And her job is to go behind every other baker and check their work.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
Okay. I mean, I think that you need quality. If you're doing it at the Klotz company, you need to have quality control. And like the implication is that this is something that she has expertise in, that she's worked her way to this position, and she's very demanding, and she's had to make a lot of sacrifices along the way, which is what has, usually in the world of these movies, that's why she has a cold, hard heart, that she can't find joy at Christmas time because she had to work so hard to get to this position. But it turns out what the implication is later on is that she just somehow got this position, and like she got it and was like, I'm going to take it very seriously and I'm going to be a bitch to everyone who's frosting cookies right now. But it has nothing to do with how I am at home.
Yeah, and she's also like, I get, and they did play this off in the movie that she's just severely depressed and stuff, but she's like projecting a lot of her own shit onto the cookies because she's like, this Santa's not good enough. I mean, he's clearly depressed. It's like, okay,
right.
Like don't put this on the Santa. Like, I don't need to eat your failure, just ice the cookie and send it out.
Can we talk about the fact that there are multiple Christmas trees in this kitchen? There's like a Christmas tree over here. There's like one over here, and there's like decorations everywhere. There's something about the beginnings.
Up to code.
It seems to be a sanitation issue. I would think so. But I feel like they're trying in the first 10 minutes of a Christmas movie, they try to show there's so much decoration. There's so much reminder. It's fucking Christmas, everybody. To make sure we know that.
Because you forget,
Yeah, really.
They're also like... And they're also so the supervisor comes over and he's like,
"Excuse me,
Miss Jacobson, can I speak with you, please?" Okay, so he pulls her over, and he's basically like, "Look, unfortunately, like cookie demand is at an all-time low. There's too many people are making cookies at home."
Favorite sentences of dialogue.
Yes.
Yeah. Too many people are cooking or making cookies Christmas at home. Cookies. I'm like, no, your cookies are shit. Actually, that's what this means.
Yeah. Or how about like tariffs?
Low cookie demand.
You know what I mean?
Tariffs.
Do you think the fact that people would stop like buying Portos if people started making cookies at home because Portos is fucking good? So
I think we all know this was just an excuse. There's an excuse for the supervisor to fire Taylor because they're like, she's miserable.
Because no one likes her.
Seeing things in these cookies that do not exist, projecting her own issues from her failed, crappy band. and we don't like her around anymore. So they just
he was
say,
trying to have sex with her, and she said no, and this was like the retaliation. I did not believe this guy.
That's life. Like that's life right there.
It is, and I didn't like him at all. And she got like zero justice. Like she didn't do anything wrong. He's like, hey, guess what? The cookie economy has changed now. Take it, okay? And if you don't like it, thanks, Obama. Okay, say it on your way out. You dumb slut. Like this guy, I didn't believe him. This guy was a harasser if I've ever seen one. And I'll die.
You picked Christmas. If this is so seasonal, there's no other time, honey. You had to go. Yeah. And
that seemed like not a smart time to fire someone.
Yeah, manager. Like, now they have a bunch of lumpy ass, like lopsided sad Santas going out there.
Yeah, fire the Frosters, by the way. Like, it's fine that you're making cuts. Fire the Frosters because you need, like, you don't fire management first and then just have the Frosters.
Get out on the little people. This is America.
If you want to ruin someone's Christmas, go for the lowest level position.
Just a quick question. This is more about like how the stakes are just the flimsiest stakes in the world for a movie, because she loses her job, just something to remember later. And this whole thing is going to be about snowboarding later. And
yes, well, and she also can't find a job, which is funny because, you know, the original name of this movie is The Town with No DoorDash. So she wasn't able to find a position, unfortunately, in town.
DoorDash forgot.
Town, the dreaded DoorDash.
So I assumed that okay, it's going to be about like this cookie company is like a family cookie company, and they got to save the cookie company, and it has nothing to do with this cookie company. This is the one thing that never really they come back to. Just Klotz's cookies. They don't even reference them. They're not like, we just got some Klotz's cookies. It's not like she doesn't go and make a delivery of cookies back to them to help them out to save the company. Like, it's nothing. Like, that's just she needed to have a job and she needed to lose her job. She needs to be in financial straits.
I will say that this guy walks like he has a butt plug in. Did you guys notice how he was walking? Like, what did they do? There was a lot of gay stuff in this movie. Like, they had the boss with the butt plug. They had the guys like fucking in the stall in the end. They had the gay brother, etc.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Well,
there were more. Oh, he's definitely gay.
No, that was his partner. Although his partner was about to cheat on him when he followed those two hot snowboarders. But
that wasn't it, dude. I think I thought that was too. It was he heard Stephen King. You missed that.
He's a big Stephen King fan. Remember, because he loves horror.
He's a horror person.
Oh,
I didn't get that either.
How could I have missed that?
No, here's the thing. I thought what you did, because I said, is he going after those two snowboarders? But it was that he heard Stephen King's name.
I thought, wow, Netflix is supporting open relationships. Good for them.
I immediately had to correct that too. Yeah.
So she gets fired, which means she has to crawl into her old blue van.
Oh boy.
That, like, why does she have this?
One of the least believable things.
How did she get this van, y'all? How did she get
it? To be explained. Why the van?
Like an anthropology. Her house is an anthropology. Everything she wears is a soft, soweater, and yet she's driving this fashion van.
Well, the van actually was really cute. I mean, I know it looked junky, but it was actually super cute for like hashtag van life, because it like had a full interior of like a living room.
Big, yeah.
Like this is a problem with this character. Like, she's ready to be homeless from the very beginning. She's driving around in a van life van, and it's like, you need to aim higher. You know what I mean?
So what was this the van? And was this the van from when they were the Screaming Kittens, and this was their band van?
Oh, maybe.
I think that's the implication.
That would have been really nice to hear.
Their past. Yeah, that would have been nice to hear.
Like, if we had like Screamy Kittens kind of like on the side, but it's like
that could telegraph so much.
And can I ask you?
Yeah, that's what I assume is her old band's van. But the thing is, again, her band is from like 2010, and like bands and like teenage girl bands in 2010 are not driving this van.
No.
Yeah. Well, you just need something to get your amps, etc., to the thing. So, I mean, I think they would drive a junky van. So maybe that is what it is. But what about, I mean, we don't have kids, obviously, but people with kids. Do they keep pictures of them and their kid in their sun visor in their car? Who does that? Gross.
I feel like that was just a moment for us to say, I'm doing everything for my daughter. I'm living for my daughter.
But it's just not good to your daughter, because you use the sun visor when the sun is burning out your retinas, and then you pull down the sun visor and you're like, this bitch.
It's all too convenient, and
this is very late 90s because I remember, or even like in middle school and high school, like everyone, if you were dating someone like in high school and you had a car, you would put a picture of you and that person in your little this was very big in my hometown of Lone Grove. Everybody would have a picture of their loved
on
one
the visor,
not in their visor, but in
dashboard?
On the dashboard in front of the steering wheel. It's always like on the side.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
like
that in like
professionals. That where it comes from.
People are like,
yeah. So I think this is
I don't need to know about your kids.
But nobody does this anymore.
Well, honestly, though, the visor was about the reveal. This was about the here's me and my kid.
Yeah,
and it does seem like this person that wrote this movie was in a Kimmy Schmidt bunker for about 15 years, and they came out and thought life hadn't changed.
Because they probably wrote the script in 1999 and it's been sitting around for 25 years and they finally just like threw it at Netflix. So they arrive I was actually very impressed by this. She arrives at her home and it's like a multi-family, like sort of apartment building kind of thing. And like, it's funny because normally in these movies, there's always someone who is poor and broke. Like, oh my God, the family business is about to fall. We don't have any money. And then they like go back to their like
hovels,
1905 Victorian mansion house.
Yes. This actually did feel like it's not government housing, but
it felt like she would live there.
It did feel like she would live there. It was flop house adjacent with nice Christmas stuff outside.
Like condo-y is like sort of condo-esque. But it was like actually almost too realistic for these types of movies because normally they just make it seem like these beautiful towns where everyone lives in a lovely house with an angled roof and like shingles and a chimney and like a front porch. And I was like, no, this is she lives in an apartment building.
Yeah.
And so she's walking into this like very gloomy hallway, scary hallway. She's basically left like the set of Nomadland and now is like entering into like
that would have been good if she just lived in her van and like Frances McDormand was her neighbor and she like had to pretend to be Frances.
Hey,
she had
Franny.
to pretend to be Santa so that Frances McDormand didn't freak out every Christmas because her son died.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Where she's like, I know what I'm going to do to raise the money for my daughter's snowboard camp. I'm going to sell these precious family dishes. And then David Strathairn comes by and breaks all the dishes by accident.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Sorry,
Nomadland
cut.
So yes, she's trying to. She walks through and she steps on, and there's a creek, and then we meet Dora Lee.
Now, when she said her name was Dora Lee, I immediately resisted her because that is the name of Dolly Parton's character in 9 to 5. And so my first thought was, how dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
Dora Lee,
how is this not Dolly Parton? Like, you can't just call somebody Dora Lee in a movie and have a gay be okay with that. So it took me a minute to be won over, even though it was that actress and I loved that actress. So it didn't.
I feel like if you call someone Dora Lee, you are immediately telling them, I think this was a misnomer. I think you're immediately telling us that this person is stupid or this person is, because that was Dolly Parton's, she was backwoods and they considered her dumb.
Well,
and she wasn't.
They considered her dumb.
So she had to go above her name. And so they're already saddling Dora Lee as this, and she's so much more.
I don't think they were thinking about that, but
they were though, because this was gays, wasn't it? I mean, this was like gay guys.
Your character,
they had like
your character
the name's a huge deal.
Your character name's really important.
They are.
There were too many like references to beards in this movie that I was like, this has to be written by a gay.
Yeah, this was
especially there's a locker room scene. This is by gays. Yeah,
yeah.
So she comes out and she's basically like, "You're late with rent." Again, and she's annoyed and she's like, this fucking twit here thinks I don't know about her stupid band. I know she's got money. I know she's getting residuals.
Her band, her teenage band, her teenage local band from 97 years ago.
She says
they released an album. They have a vinyl, you know,
one album. I had to put a new carburetor in my van, and Zoe wants a new snowboard for Christmas. Like, that's an excuse.
But I really felt I really felt for Kaylee or whatever the girl's name is, because
Zoe.
What is
Zoe?
No,
because
the mom.
Of course it is.
Oh, Taylor.
I felt for Taylor because I used to live when I lived in West Hollywood, my landlord lived right upstairs from me. And that is so fucking annoying. And she had a window that she could see me come out of my apartment. It was like an outdoor building. And so she would always be like, honey, could you maybe be a little quieter down there during the movie? It's like you always had to hear her shit. And so I felt for her for having her landlord be right there up in her business. I don't need that.
Could I also say that maybe that we this is a real trope of the landlord being a bad person, of the landlord saying, you're late on the rent again. This is 4 months. Maybe the first time she was like, hey, Taylor, good to see you. It's the 2nd, or it's actually the 5th, and I just didn't get the check yet. It's great. Zoe's looking really, really fun.
But that is
these
one
days.
of those. That's one of those things you say as you age, because you start siding with the people that are supposed to be the villains. Like you watch Rent, and when I went to see the movie version of Rent, I was like, but they're not paying their rent. Like, how are they the heroes?
Just trying to abide by the rules of business.
It's not like Dora Lee is Scrooge McDuck here, like swimming around in pools of gold. She's living the same place too. She also needs to pay for her shit.
Evicted your ass a long time ago. This isn't California. You don't have squatting rights. Yeah.
And by the second time, she's like, Dora Lee's like, Taylor, I know money's tight, but just maybe by the 6th or 7th. The check. The third month, she's like, Taylor, I know you've been avoiding me. Just give me the money. And now this time is like, I need the money, which makes sense by the 4th time.
I love a villain that makes sense, because I'm kind of rooting against the girl. I'm like, where's your cookie money?
She's the most well-drawn character in the entire
piece.
They
should have had an eviction notice on the door that said 100%. Be out in 2 weeks. That would have also raised the stakes of this movie.
Reality gaze and watch what Crappens sides with landlords. Put it out there.
Yes.
We love landlords. All right, everybody. That was the first part of our marathon. So buckle up. We've got more coming to you. So be sure to check out the next episode, and we will talk to you later.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King. It's always a party on Allison Block.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster. It's always automatic with Ashley Auto. Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offutt. We never miss our call. It's Diane Call.
Sunday in the Park with Dylan Clark.
Big yay, it's Emily Gauthier.
Aaron McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones. I go, you go, we all go for Hugo. Jamie, she has no last namey.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sip some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will Lauren Silsby. She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D. Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino. Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry. Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Livin' with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna. It's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. Let's share with Sharon Eldridge.
Darn Skippy, it's Tippy. And our super premium sponsors.
Make way for AJ Lopez.
She's VVIP, it's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Put us on a stretcher, it's Charlotte Fletcher. Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Who, what, why, where, and Gwen Pentland.
Let's go into the woods with Guy Tubbs.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. Hail the Cork Master, the Master of the Cork, Jennifer Corcoran. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish. My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
She's a total knockout, it's Katie Manock.
In the study with a candlestick, it's Leslie Peacock. Gee, it's Lisa H. We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy. Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters. She eases our woes, it's Melissa St. Rose. There's a chance of meatballs. It's Rebecca Cloud.
Maximum love for Sandy Maximoska. She's the queen bee. It's Sarah Lemke.
We cannot tell a lie. It's Sarah Tellefson.
Shannon out of a cannon Anthony. Please don't stop. It's Soli and Pop. Let's take off with Tamla Plain. You'll always get the full story with Tori Parsons.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Couture. We love you guys.